Grandpa has made some more big changes to the food plot and how it operates by cutting down some more of them shrubs like you saw in the last video. We're also going to dump out some more food for the deer, some of that nut grub that we just bought, and also I'm going to cut down some of them trees that are in the way of the deer stand. We've finally loaded up everything. We have 2 of these buckets, and here's some of that nut grub we bought the other day mixed with a little bit of red stuff, about that much red stuff in a small Floger's can into there. And here's the pellets. We're going to compare them and see which one does better. We also have our cooler, our generator, and we're going to put this stuff on that platform. We have 5 old peaches that we're going to give to the deer, but the coons are going to eat them. We're going to put some Miracle Grow in our apple trees, and we have our limb saw back there to cut down them trees. Cut down a few of the crappy trees that are not worth anything, as you can see. All throughout there I cut down some. I cut down some over there. We want to get those 2 right there cut down so we can see from the deer stand. But while cutting that one tree, I threw the chain off the chainsaw, so we're gonna have to fix on that. What I think our soybeans are coming up is our darker than sickle pods, which are not good. You can see there's some soybeans coming up, which I think are soybeans. I'm in the back of the truck right now. We're gonna go dump out that food that we were gonna put on that board. Here's a great visual of all that we've disted up and all of our land from the back of the truck. Something is heading up in that grass, if you can see it. I don't know if it's the millet or the buckwheat. I'm gonna have to do some research on what it is. I dumped out the peaches already. I don't know if I showed you that. We had some peaches. I did. And there's another visual of the trees that we cut down. When we came over here, we also noticed that there is a bunch of beans where we planted them. By the looks of it, this ground is a little bit more fertile than the ground over there. Over there where the other beans are. So we've made it over here. I'm going to dump out this and just put it on these boards. And if the deer don't like it on the boards, I'll dump it out right over here. We also have the pellets, and we're going to see which one's better. I'll dump it out over here. And there we go. Some Miracle-Gro at the house, and we're going to sprinkle a little bit on the apple trees. And like I said, I'd like to next year get some fertilized and put it on where we put the beans. One of our apple trees ended up dying. I think it died because of ants, as we were seeing ants crawling up and down it. Walking over to where the other one is, my grandpa just poured a little bit of Miracle-Gro on it. And when it rains, I'll get some of that on it. You can see the leaves are also, a little few of them are dead. And I think that's also caused by the ants. Used to, I was mowing over here, but I haven't mowed in a while. Probably need to. But I haven't mowed because my grandpa sprayed Roundup over there where my camera used to be. I decided to walk over to where we planted the beans in the last episode, and you can see there's beans popping up throughout the dirt where we threw them, so that's a very good sign. I decided to come back later on in the day. It got a little bit hot, and we let it cool off, and now I'm going to show what my grandpa did earlier on this week, and we're going to pull off the trees that I cut down this morning over out of the way of the food plot and stuff and the deer stand shooting lane. Here's what he did. As you can tell, all of that shrubbery has been cut down except for one pine tree that's right there. We're gonna plant some turnips or something out here, or some winter wheat, ryegrass, or clover or something. But I know we're gonna plant something here. Well, my grandpa works down there hooking up the trees. I decided to put some trees in a pile, and he's gonna hook onto the end of them and pull them over to where he wants to put them. So I'm gonna do that with a couple more trees, and then I'm gonna go over there and help him hook up to the side by side. I finally finished piling up all of them trees, and we're gonna go take them over to where my grandpa has been taking them. Decided to just carry the limbs over into this open spot, but I got caught in a sort of predicament. My glasses got caught on one of the limbs, and so now we have to look for it. We shook those two over there. Now we're gonna shake this tree. I just found my glasses. They were sitting over by a piece of dirt. That one right there, if you can see it, it was sitting right there. So I'm gonna move all of these branches back. And now we're done. I'm glad we finally finished this job, and I'm ready to move on to the next one, but I hope it cools down a little bit next time we come out here because it's smoking hot. Before you leave, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you see more of my content, and because it helps me put out more content.